Hi boys and girls, today we are going to be making a snowman at night. So first off, you are going to choose your paper color. It does not matter to me what color you choose. Once you get it, I want you to take it back to your seat and put your name on the back using a piece of white chalk. Today we are going to be using chalk and oil pastels. So on the back of my paper, I'm going to write my name with white chalk. I'm going to flip my paper over and we're going to do these steps together. So step number one is to make our background. If you look carefully, you can see that we're going to be making snow. It does not matter how you choose to put your snow. The only rule is to not make a tiny little bit of land at the bottom. You really want a lot of snow. We're going to chalk rub today. So we're going to take our chalk. Let me find a bigger piece to show you. Some of this chalk is very dirty. It's okay. If you just press hard, it will wipe the dirt off and it will work just fine. So we're going to use our pincher fingers like claws. You can use all your pincher fingers to hold it, or just a few. It is up to you, whatever comfortable. We're going to set our chalk sideways on our paper. We're setting it down sideways and we're going to pinch it. So we're not holding it like normal. So we're pinching and we're going to draw some kind of land. If you would like a hill, you can add a hill. It is up to you. But because we are going sideways and we are chalk rubbing, we're going to get a nice thick line. Then we're going to chalk rub and fill in all of our land. So we're coloring by chalk rubbing these nice thick lines. You see how thick that is. And my free hand is staying on the top of the paper so I don't get chalk everywhere. Because as soon as I touch the chalk, I've then got messy fingers. Okay, so let me wipe that off. I'm going to use my free hand to hold the top of the paper, and I just like to pull down. I think it's easiest so I don't rip my paper. You could go sideways, it doesn't matter. Then you're going to use your pointer finger of your messy hand that you write with. One finger. How many fingers? One finger. And we are going to rub over top of our chalk and smooth out all of our lines. You don't want to press very hard because you don't want to rip your paper. But this is our goal, smooth our lines out. Then, when we are done with that step, we're going to use the white chalk again, and we're going to make our snowman. So I want you to think about the size of your snowman. You want them pretty large on your paper. We want them to really fill the space and make it, so that's what we're looking at. I like to start with the head of my snowman, and I want to think about right about here, above my snow. I want my body down in my snow. Now, if I make a head, then it is too small. No big deal. Just go right over top of it again. Make your nice big head. Our goal is to make a circle. Next, there's two ways to do this. We're going to connect the center body. We want it to be a little bit bigger. Now, you can do like I did here and just draw a bigger body. But if you struggle making a shape that looks like a circle, without actually drawing, make the whole circle. It doesn't matter. You can draw the whole circle. You just want your circles to overlap. And then we're going to draw our third circle, nice and big, down at the bottom. Now we want our third circle down in our snow. If not, it would look like the snowman is floating up here, and that wouldn't make sense. After I draw my circles, I'm going to use the side of my chalk again and chalk rub all three of my circles with my free hand holding my paper off to the side, and I'm going to try my very best to stay in the lines of my snowman. If I go out of the lines, it's okay. Don't panic. We're trying to stay in the lines. Then after I've chalk rubbed all three, I'm going to use that number one dirty finger, my pointer finger, and I'm going to smooth out all three circles. Then I'm going to choose another color of chalk. Now, when I choose my chalk color, you can see that here my chalk is separated by colors. I've got cool colors, which are blues, purples, and greens. I have white, and I have warm colors. And warm colors are orange, red, and yellow, but we've also included pink. Oh, look, this little purple jumped to the bin. It should be over here. We've also included pink in here because it's similar. So I want you to choose a color of chalk you want. The only color I would not choose is yellow. I would not choose yellow. It doesn't show up very bright. You could try it, but it probably won't work very well. I'm going to choose this light blue color. Notice how tiny this is. It's okay. It does not need to be a giant piece. And what I'm going to do with my chalk, again, we're going to start on the head. Lay my chalk down flat. We're going to draw the letter C with the side of our chalk. And we're going to do that on all 3 snowballs. So I'm going to draw the letter C with the side of my chalk, the letter C with the side of my chalk, a letter C with the side of my chalk. Then, when I get to the bottom, at the bottom, I'm going to draw a line that connects to my C. So C, 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 line. Then I'm going to put the chalk away. Boop. I'm going to use my dirty finger again. I'm going to rub. This, now I'm only rubbing the letter C. I'm not rubbing over here. Only the letter C. So I'm rubbing the letter C. It can go out of your lines a little bit. Rubbing the letter C, and then rubbing my line. What this has done has made a shadow for us. Notice I'm kind of rubbing up and down here also. I'm spreading out that shadow a little bit. This is a shadow. So what that tells us, since the shadow is on this side, that our moon must be on this side. It must be. Doesn't make sense if it's not. So again, I can use a white. This time I could use a yellow, your choice. I'm going to use a yellow and show you. I'm actually going to draw my moon. And then I'm going to color it in with the side of my chalk. And I'm going to go back over it in white, just so it's a little bit lighter. And now this time, I'm going to use my dirty finger. Notice it's even got the blue on it. It doesn't matter. I'm going to rub, starting in the middle, rubbing out, and go way out of the lines of your moon. And this is going to blend your moon and make it very kind of nighttime, beautiful moon. Okay, now that we're that far, while you were working, I came around and passed out a wet wipe to you. I want you to wipe your fingers off as best as you can. We're not wiping our desk, nothing. Just our little fingertips that are dirty. Leave this, we're gonna need it later. Set it aside. And next we're gonna be using oil pastels. Our oil pastels we get to decorate. You may make your snowmen any way you want. Here I have made this little guy riding a sled down a hill. His little scarf is going crazy. I've made trees. I've made snowflakes. Here I made a hat, a nose, a carrot nose, arms, little buttons, a happy face. Over here I've got a woo, he's a little scared face. Trees. It is up to you how you fill your space. But we are going to fill our space. So you can choose any way you want. Things we must have: arms, eyes, mouth. Now I'm making dots. Yours could be an actual mouth. Nose. Oops, I'm making a carrot nose, but you can make any kind you want. And that is what you must have. But I also must fill the space. So I've got space back here. So I need to fill it. So I can make snowflakes that are giant. I could make little baby dot snowflakes. I could make more snowmen on my hill, little baby snowmen. Maybe I've got a snowman back here on the hill. I could make trees. A really quick and easy way to make trees. Just draw a line with brown. Whoops. And draw little dashes coming off of it to make a tree. You can either let your tree trunk stick out or not. You can put snow on your tree. Totally up to you. Okay. So your goal is to fill the space. If I would like something up front, I could add something up front and finish decorating with oil pastels.